Darin and Anita on Grand Strand. A music evolution. Now, Darin and Anita with your Grand Strand Artist Spotlight.
Darin and Anita on Grand Strand. Welcome back from a commercial break, folks. And it is time now for our Spotlight interview segment this week. And on the line with me from Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, man, a lady and a band who's doing tons of stuff in the Carolina beach music world, Marsha Morgan. Marsha, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
I tell you, we're doing good. Anita's out of the studio. She couldn't make it in for the interview today, but she sends her best to you as well. I told her we were going to be talking this week. And I tell you, Marsha, what a career that you have had. Carolina beach music world's blowing up for you right now. 2 songs happening out there, nominations going on for the Carolina Beach Music Awards. But for the fans out there, our fans who don't know Marsha Morgan somewhat and how you got started in this thing, how did it all happen for you in the entertainment business, Marsha?
Well, I started like a lot of entertainers do, and a lot of artists, they get their start at church. My grandmother was just so determined to take me to church every Sunday, Sunday night, Wednesday night, and my aunt played the piano in church. So when I was 4 years old, my aunt picked me up in a big poofy dress, and I sang "He's Got the Whole World in His Hands," and did the little hand motions.
Yeah.
And so that was like being wild, you know, a 4-year-old doing the whole little world with their hands out there. Got the whole world in his hands. And so then I was a big hit from then. So as I grew up in high school and sang in school and everything, and then I auditioned for a road band in the late 70s when everybody was doing shows and show bands,
right,
and dance music, and went on the road for a couple of years out of Atlanta and met up with Paul Davis.
Wow.
His keyboard player was a good friend, and then I did an album in the 80s called "In My Room" for the American Music Awards.
That's what I was going to get to, the American Music Awards. That had to be an incredible time right there.
It was really, really wonderful. You know, there wasn't cell phones yet, or I had such a cheapy camera. The pictures I've got from it probably are going to fade, you know, one of those kind of cameras.
Right.
But I was really, really lucky. I got to sit with Whitney Houston, George Michael. I sat across from Huey Lewis, and he was so funny. I mean, I was so blessed. Prince brought me a glass of wine. They're backstage. I was in heaven.
I tell you what, and you performed "We Are the World," actually, the song on that show.
That's right, on the American Music Awards. But let me tell you, the funny part is my name tag says unknown talent from North Carolina.
You're the unknown
talent.
That's sort of like the unknown comic back from the Gong Show days. Wait a minute now.
I guess so, but it was really, really, really strong, the feelings when Quincy Jones is up there directing. And Liz Taylor started it. Michael Jackson, of course, wasn't really there, so right. He was all on film, screen, you know, send in through satellite back then. So
right, tons of stuff. I tell you, but your career goes on and on from there. It's amazing when I sit here and I look at your bio of what's going on. Like you did "In My Room," which was produced by Paul Davis, and his band is actually on that album with you. And folks, if you haven't seen this, I went and found it on YouTube, so you can listen to the song and actually see some of this. Incredible. What was that like working with Paul Davis?
Oh, the man was just so wonderful, so nice. He drank, I'm not kidding, he probably drank 10 cups of coffee a day. And his interest was fishing. He wanted to go fishing.
Wow.
The funny thing was he had we're talking at 1985, he had a Porsche, a red 944 Porsche, and I had a little baby Porsche, a little cheapy Porsche, the VW
Porsche?
Yeah, that looked like a VW, that's right, and they had the little top that comes off. And I was like, let's trade cars. And anyway, we raced down the road in about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I got to drive his car, and he drove mine. He had some police officer close the road for us, and it was just such a thrill for about 2 minutes.
I tell you, incredible time, and also you've worked with the Allman Brothers.
Well, not all of the Allman Brothers. Warren Haynes, I grew up with him in Asheville, and we jammed and played some really dives together when we were young. So yes, and he's doing great. Warren Haynes, Government Mule. You know, Soul Shine, you know that song, right? Right,
exactly. And then moving on down through this so we can get to the Carolina beach music thing, what's going on right now. Chad Atkins actually flew you to Nashville. What happened there?
Well, I was trying to promote that album, "In My Room," and Chet had we had a mutual friend, and so I got to take the album to Chet, and he listened to it and gave me a critique, and he said, "You're a really good singer, but I'm country music." And I was like, "Oh no, I want to be like Madonna and Pat Benatar. I don't want to do country."
Right.
Bad move.
You're sort of like Barbara Mandrell's song, "I was country when country wasn't cool," kind of thing.
Yeah, and there wasn't anybody like Garth Brooks or
right.
even like Reba McEntire at that point. It was Loretta Lynn only.
Right. It was still country. I guess country music kind of thing. Then moving
and it wasn't country rock, and it wasn't, in my opinion, at that point.
Well, here you go. The Carolina Beach Music thing is going on right now for you. Nominations, you're up for the Rising Star Award and also Collaboration of the Year with Gary Lowder from the Carolina Breakers for Private Number. And the other song that's on the chart as well is Shag All Night. And tell us a little bit about that. How did the Gary Lowder thing come, the beach music world and all that?
Oh, that was so much fun. I love working with Gary Lowder. He is so much fun to work with. He is a true talent. He has a great voice, and he comes up with all these great creative ideas. Like he came up with the idea on the end of Shag All Night, the dancing, shagging, loving, romancing. Gary just can think of all these things, but my band played live, on those recordings, but Gary sang with me as the partner on Private Number and did the backups on Shag All Night. But Shag All Night's doing great. It's number 14 this week. It
is moving on up the charts. Well, who else is in the Marsha Morgan band?
Yeah, I'd like to give a big shout-out to the band. On bass guitar, Perry Sessoms. He's from Nashville, Tennessee. And I have some younger guys that I've just taken on board in the last year. I have Paul Andres. He was with the theater down here, Legends Theater.
Right.
He's an awesome keyboard player. Does a lot of he's pretty much the music director in the band. David Walsh is a young 24-year-old guitar player who is amazing. My drummer is from India. Wow. His name is Enoch David, and he just got his green card the 4th of July week, which was a real big celebration. He's married to a wonderful girl that teaches drama and music in Aner, a little town near Myrtle Beach. And these guys just jam like crazy. I just love them, and we have so much fun.
I tell you, they do an incredible job on the songs, and I wish you much success in going on in the Carolina Beach Music world. I know you guys are performing right now, going on, folks, actually, here at the Carolina Beach Music Awards, happening this weekend, and you guys are performing here. Where are you going to be at down here, and what can you tell the folks?
Well, Gary and I are going to be performing on stage at the Cami stage on Sunday. We're going to be doing Private Number, and Gary's doing some other things with his band, I think, that day also. But on the Service Industry Awards, I'm going to be singing Shag All Night. And I think I'm just going to be like sitting in with a lot of different beach bands to try to, all of us, we love the camaraderie and the closeness that all the beach bands have together.
It is. All the beach bands do that, and I can't wait to see you out when Anita and I get down there and get out around the beach and see what's going on for the Beach Music Awards. I hope for CBMZ, I told you a little bit about off the air, if you can come sit down and talk to us video-wise for the Carolina Beach Music Zone, we'd love to have you there.
I'd love to be there, and you'll be there on Saturday, correct?
That is correct.
And you know you can always get me because you have my private number.
I do have your private number. I love it. Well, I tell you, Marsha, congratulations on the 2 nominations, Rising Star Collaboration of the Year. Congratulations on that. I can't say that enough. It's just incredible. I love talking to the artists and stuff in the Carolina Beach music world.
I'm really, really looking forward to meeting you guys.
So, folks, here it is, Marsha. Let's give it to them, the song
Shag All Night.
Marsha Morgan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just can't wait to go on my date.
Darin and Anita on Grand Strand. A music evolution.